Let us recap what we have done in the previous video. We created Kubernetes resources like deployment, service, and namespace using YAML configurations. We exposed the static website app with the help of a service of type node port. We accessed that application through browser by entering the IP address of the node and the port number of the node port service. But there is a problem. We want to reach an application through a domain name, not through an IP address, as reaching applications by memorizing IP addresses in the real world is impractical. So we need a mechanism such that the domain name we enter should somehow invoke the application. So the solution is Ingress. Officially, the definition is Ingress exposes HTTP and HTTPS routes from outside the cluster to services within the cluster. Basically, Ingress takes care of routing the traffic from outside the cluster to inside the cluster. What is an Ingress resource? It is a Kubernetes resource, just like services or deployments. It contains routing information for the traffic to be directed after the traffic enters inside the cluster. We define these routes in a YAML file and apply that file to create the Ingress resource. Ingress controller. Ingress controller is something which implements the information carried by Ingress resource. Ingress controller examples are Nginx Ingress, HA proxy, etc. Nginx Ingress is the most widely used controller. This controller runs in a pod of the same cluster. We can understand Ingress resource as something which contains the routing information, whereas the Nginx Ingress as a software which implements the configurations of the Ingress resource. So here, for an incoming request, the Nginx controller controls the traffic based on the request. It directs the request to the appropriate services, and these services channel the request to the corresponding pods where the application actually runs. The Ingress controller takes the help of Ingress resource to be able to redirect the requests to the appropriate services. The Ingress resources are created with the help of Ingress configuration files. So basically, the traffic can't directly enter inside the cluster, but only enter via Ingress service. The console. For us to be able to work with Ingress, we need to enable the Ingress in Minikube. We do that using Minikube add-ons enable Ingress. So it shows the Ingress add-on is enabled. Sometimes this may take some time, so don't worry. Finally, we just need to be able to see this line. In our Sublime text editor, I have created a new file called ingress.yaml within the same folder k8s, and I'm using the code. So let us go through each line. So like any other Kubernetes resource like deployment and service, this Ingress is also a resource as we have discussed previously. And it also has this API version keyword. And then kind, which is Ingress. Then metadata about the Ingress resource, which has the name, which is days app Ingress, and the namespace we are assigning to it is the sample, and annotations. So under annotations, we can write like some of the metadata related to that particular Ingress resource. And again, it is dependent upon the resource we are creating, right? So we need to write this particular annotation when creating the Ingress resource. If we miss this line, all the pages will be automatically redirected to the 404 error. Then the specifications. Under specifications, we write the rules, And for rule, we will be mentioning the host, as in which we have discussed. We don't want to use any IP address and open ports and all while we want to access the application to the browser or curl, right? So we want to access the application in a generalized way where we will enter the domain name, and that will somehow invoke the IP address and then give our application service with the application we need, right? So we are just telling that I want to name the host as this particular thing, and later we will map this particular domain name with the IP of the Minikube, so that the server knows when we enter this particular host, it should invoke the Minikube application. Okay. Then HTTP means we want to redirect the request to the internal services like this. Okay. And then we are mentioning the paths. Now in the path, we are mentioning the root path, which is with a slash in the type prefix. So it is like the domain name with the prefix this thing, the slash. When the request is of that type, we want to forward that request to this service. The backend service which should be invoked is this static web service. All right. So since we know that this service is associated with the deployment, and the deployment is just an abstraction over pods which are actually running the containers, the application which is run by the containers in the pods of that particular deployment which is associated with this service will be invoked. All right. So this is the flow. So save it, and then service. So in the service, we can just remove this type node port and the node port number associated with that, because Ingress generally uses cluster IP, we don't need node port. All right, so save these two, and then go to the command line. Now let us apply this kubectl apply -f ingress.yaml. So it shows that this is created. So now let us check if it is actually created. kubectl get ingress -n sample. So this command is very similar to checking the list of deployment services and namespaces, right? So we are mentioning that I want to see this particular resource under this namespace. Okay. So it shows that this host is reachable at this address. So we also need to do one thing. So we need to map this under the etc host file in our Windows system, so that in our browser, when we type minikubeexample.com, it will know that it will have to forward that request to this particular node, like this particular Minikube. All right. So go to the C drive. This PC, C drive, Windows, System32, and search for drivers, or we can actually search for etc. Okay, click on this and see this host of type file. Okay, copy this file, because we are not allowed to modify all these things, and it is easier to copy this, paste it somewhere else, something like a desktop, paste it over here. Now edit it here using a text tool like Notepad or something. Now click on this file with some text editor, and we'll have to paste the mapping of the IP address of Minikube with this particular domain name which we have configured in our ingress file, so that upon us typing this particular domain name in the browser, it will be redirected to this IP address, and then Ingress will take care of what to be done upon entering which path. Now save it using Ctrl S. Now we need to paste that edited file, copy it, paste this edited file in the same location, C drive, Windows, System32. and search here for etc. Open this and paste it over here and replace continue. So upon opening this now, we can see that. Okay. So we have also changed the service.yaml file where we remove the type node port line and the node port number line. So we also need to apply those changes. So kubectl apply -f service.yaml. So it's created. So now let us go to the browser and check all this working. So if you are able to access the application through the ingress by entering the domain name and all. The browser, type minicubeexample.com, which is the same host we have used previously. And yes, we are able to access the application through the domain name, right? So upon clicking this, we can see the page. All right. So only difference is when we use the service of type node port, we are accessing the application directly, but here we are accessing the application through ingress. So the added advantage of ingress is we are not allowed to go into the application directly, like access it inside the cluster, but the outside traffic will be accessing only via the ingress through the generalized domain name. All right.